Let's talk about the next game. Arsenal Sporting. What did you think?
Yeah, nothing much. I would think professional performance, good day in the office. 1-0 to the Arsenal, walk away. It's a difficult game because Sporting have not lost at home for I think maybe 1 year or 2 years. I don't know. It's been a very long time. So going there 1-0 away in the Champions League is very good. So I just hope that we can maintain a similar performance at the Emirates. I really don't know. We've been very suspicious lately. But another professional performance on Wednesday, and we're good to go. We'll be in the Champions League semi-final. The funny thing is, that will be the first time in our history we'll be in back-to-back semi-finals.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
really cool.
yeah, that's cool. Like
That's really some good. Arteta
that's
has that
that's
at least.
that's what gives me like that. That's the dilemma I feel right now with this whole Arteta, like current Arteta regime. The thing is, we can't deny the numbers. Like every time we see a record from this Arteta era, there are always records that rival Arsenal's history. Like this is the best X and Y right now this season. For example, we have the best win rate in our history this season. So, and this is the whole season where everybody's Arsenal X, Arsenal Y, Arsenal. You get what I'm trying to say?
Bro,
Like with all the agenda, all the noise, and all of that. Like the numbers we continue, and this is season over season. Like over the past, let's say, 4 seasons since when we become very serious. Over the past 4 seasons, we've been putting off. We've been posting numbers that are rivaling our own records in our history. So I cannot look at that and say it's not doing anything. It's not true. But the big problem is
the finish
we
line.
need to get over the line.
Finish
We
line.
just have to get over the line.
The finish line,
It's difficult to
Jake.
defend. It's difficult to defend.
Finish line.
But at the same time, also, it is difficult to complain because I cannot deny the progress. Honestly, I cannot deny the progress. So I just really hope that honestly, everything we'll be going through right now, they've not been good. And yeah, we are currently in.
I was going to say, can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now that you know you have to get on the finish line, this season, if you are first, it would be the first in 4 years that you have actually not been second and first, right? So
Yeah.
if you, I actually still think, even though I have my own predilection with Man City winning the league, even though I don't really have a lot of love for Man City, just because I don't know any Man City fans really, but if Arsenal are not able to win this, don't you think it's grounds for sacking him? Regardless of however progress, because
hmm
the way I see it, right, Arsenal, it's probably because of where you are talking from. If you are talking from a place of, let's say, you used to be a little worse than this, and second was a little hard for you, and now you can see you have brought in some players, you are playing much better, you have solved some problems, your defense, your midfield, maybe you just need a couple more help in the attack and everything. And you have Arteta, right, and you have not been able to get over the line. Don't you think second again for the second
For the
for
fourth
the
year.
fourth consecutive
Yeah.
thing, and then for the second time that you have blown a lead, right? The
Oh,
first time
no,
was
this,
at
this
eight
is the first
points.
time. This is the first
What?
time I blew. The previous one, the 23-24, we didn't blow a
Yes,
lead. I don't think we blew a lead in 23-24.
you were not. Were you not 8 points ahead?
No, see that point, City had like what 2 games in hand or something. I think the highest gap we gave City was 5 points. At that point, after they played their game in hand,
Let
it
me
was two.
check.
Yeah, we can check. It was the Aston Villa game. That was the game. It was after the Aston Villa game. Then City went ahead with 1 point, and that was the only game we lost throughout the second half of the season. I, I understand when people say like Israeli Arsenal rivals they want to banter us now. They would say that the 23-24 like we bottled it. I
Mm.
will not even argue with that. But in my opinion, I wouldn't say we bottled it. If you play 19 games, let's just focus on January till May. If you play 19 games and you only lose one, how can you say the team bottled it? If we lose the league this season, we bottled it 100%. I will take my L. But that 23-24, no. I want it's not like
That's fine.
saying that Liverpool bottled the league to City.
Oh no, no, that one is
Exactly.
different.
How
That
is it
one is
different?
different.
90, 91,
1920.
92, 93. I think City had 93 points. Liverpool had 92. There was another one. City had 98 points.
Yes.
Liverpool had 97.
Yeah.
City had 91
Oh
points.
no,
Arsenal had
no, no,
89.
no. I was actually coming to this point,
Yeah,
right?
like
With my
it's
point, the
it's
point I was
similar. The
making.
numbers are similar. Of course, Liverpool's one is higher.
Exactly.
For example,
The
89, 89, it's 91, 89, 93, 92.
the point I'm making, right? In that particular one, the 90, what was it, 1997?
Yeah, 1997.
How many games did Liverpool lose that season?
One.
One game, Jacob. So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you can hardly call that a bottle. One game, 3 draws.
Yeah,
Like you can
you
hardly
you
call
cannot
this a
call it
bottle.
you cannot call it
Be-
an 89-point season a bottle.
no, you can't. You can't. I'm
You
just
can
saying that. I'm
it's
just
unrealistic. You cannot call it 89-point season. You cannot call it a bottling job. To me, it doesn't make sense. For example, this season, for example, now, if we lose the league, it is guaranteed we cannot get to 89 points for us to lose the league because
Mhm.
City cannot get to 89 points this season.
Yes.
So if we lose the league this season, especially given the lead we've had, that is definitely a bottle. But the 23-24, it was City went for the Club World Cup that year. So there was a
When they
period where,
came back.
yeah, there was a period they came back to play their games. It's not like, oh, they came back and then they were going to forfeit those games. They came back to play their games. So,
Yeah, so okay, it makes sense. You actually did outperform after the
bro,
international break, but Man City were just not letting up at that
Man
time.
City were not letting up. And
They
to
were not
me,
letting up.
sometimes you win,
Sorry.
sometimes you lose. You have to be like, you know what, fair play, good enough. No problem. Yeah, we could have done better, 100%. If we had won the Villa game, we would have won the league. But we didn't, and that's on us. But I wouldn't come here to say, oh, you guys didn't try. You guys should have tried better. Of course, maybe we could have tried better. But that's just a margin of error of one game from like mid-January. One game. Come on, man.
Okay, so now my question still is like this now. If you find yourself in this position, do you think it is right for you to look for somebody else?
I think it's fair enough. Yeah.
Would you want your
No,
team to
I've
look for
said it. I
somebody
think I
else?
said it at the beginning of the season already. I will give Arteta one more season, irrespective of what happens this season. I will give Arteta one more season. I really hope he does something good, but
Wait, but what if you go trophyless?
I will
Still
still
one
give him
more
one more
season.
season. Yeah,
Okay.
I will still give him one more season. And the thing is, genuinely, I really believe in Arteta. I really believe in him. I've seen enough to convince me that he's good enough. It's just that something is missing because it has. I don't think it's a footballing gap again. I think at this point, it just has to lean towards it's probably a mental block. But I don't want to. I don't want to lean too much into that also because I feel like some of these things are overstated in saying that, oh yeah, they don't believe in themselves. Oh, they are choking. Or to me, I don't believe too much in all those things. Like for example, when PSG beat Inter Milan 5-0, I wouldn't say that, oh yeah, they are choking or something. Like they came there to play. They were just outclassed.
No, that. The thing about it is, it's easier to defend one like
One game.
yeah games like that
Yeah,
because somebody would just
it's
set
a
up
one-off.
yeah like the Club World Cup final
Yeah,
between PSG Chelsea. Do you get what I mean?
yeah, I get what
Like
you're saying.
player to player, Chelsea don't hold a candle to PSG players, but they just set up to beat them and everything. So that's completely fine. But what do you think was wrong in your game against first of all Southampton and
Brentford. Yeah, I don't know.
Bournemouth?
I don't know. I think the reason why I feel like the team in general, Atlanta inclusive, has to kind of look inwards is the excuses because looking at the team, I can see, for example, like there are tactical justifications for why it didn't work out, for example. But and the major one has always in across all of these games, the major one has been the absence of Timber. But we cannot inch our season on the presence or absence of like the players that are there. They should know that they are good enough to be able to grind. Like if you are really desperate for something, City have had injuries, multiple injuries this season, and the fact that they are still breathing down our neck at this junction means that we've not been good enough. And we constantly just keep letting it up and letting them back into the race. By now, the title race should be over. If we have been consistent, for example, by now the title race should be over. We should just be focused on something else. So yeah, we've been wobbly for the past, I would say, couple of games now, like the past 4 games.
Because you've won one out of the four.
Yeah,
You
we've
lost
only
three.
won one. We've lost three, and those three are very important 3 games. One was the final. The other one took us out of the FA Cup. So we lost 2 cups already in just 2 games. Then
Your one is in the
yeah,
EPL.
the other one is in Premier League. So and the reason why we still have some grace is because we've won a couple of games back in the day. So yeah, there's a tactical part of it, but I don't like the fact that it feels like everything hinges on the absence or presence of some player. Back in the season, at the beginning of the season, when those players were absent, we were still winning.
Mm-hmm.
So now that they are still absent, they've been absent. For example, Odegaard has been absent for almost the entire season. It is very annoying. It is really very annoying because I was saying the other day that I feel like one of the reasons why it was easier for us to control the game against Sporting was because we had Odegaard. Now Odegaard did not play. I don't want to say it's not a coincidence, but we've not had Eze played. He came off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So the current setup with Gyökeres and Kayavat lacks a real like. There's no one that controls the ball up top in the final third.
Would
I
you
don't want to go too much into the
would
tactical
you
details.
rather have Jokeres or Havertz up top?
It depends
Would
on the opponent.
Depends on you. So would you say when you played against Bournemouth and you had Havertz playing behind Jokeres, wasn't it? Because I've heard some Arsenal fans say it wasn't the best setup.
No, it wasn't. Actually, the funny thing is that initially when we saw the whole Jokeres Havertz combination, it kind of looked very good. I think that was back in December or January before Havertz got injured again, before he relapsed. It looked very good. He came on, and then both of them were playing very well. We saw it in the Champions League, and then they played. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, one of the I can't remember. Maybe it was character match or something like that. But like Havertz was playing really well. He had a goal, he had an assist. He was making some very nice passes. So everybody wanted to see it again. Then Havertz got injured and the injury relapsed. We couldn't see it. That was when Arteta played Saka as 10. And that was actually fine. But I think we talked about it. It's too risky because if one of Saka or Madueke gets injured, now we don't have any backup. We kind of have now with Max Dowman. But the problem is, I think it was very easy. And that's what no the true test of a setup is how long it can last. It was very easy for teams to figure out that setup, which was
Mm.
Albert. And the reason why I feel like it is easy is because neither of the two of them are actual ball controllers that neither of the two of them can play a real number 10 role. Like give me the ball. I will, for example, like Odegaard would. Both of them look more like final action players, especially Jokeres. Havertz can still Havertz is good with the takedowns. Like when you go long to him, he helps with the control. You can go long to him, he can retain possession. But what Havertz does is he takes the ball down and he lays it off. Now there's nobody. So assuming Havertz is laying off as a nine, now it lays off to the 10 behind him, which is maybe Eze
Have you
or
not tried
Odegaard.
Gabi Jesus there?
Yeah, Jesus has been. Let's not even talk about that. Let's just put Jesus on one side. He has not been very good. Jesus as a nine, I would take Jokeres as a nine because he does most of the things Jesus does, but he also scores. Jesus does a lot of other good things, but he doesn't score. Or let me say, he rarely scores. Jokeres scores.
Can I ask where's Merino?
He's injured.
Oh,
He's out
okay.
till May. I feel like many of our problems this season, actually, Merino solved them. In fairness to
Because he can displace a lot of people and just
yes, many of our problems, Merino solves them. Honestly, like those are some of the things. But the thing is, it's almost as if we can always keep looking for tactical excuses. Like, oh, if this person, there are so many ifs, but and maybes, but at the end of the day, you will never have a perfect team. It's not as if next season Odegaard will not get injured or Timber will be fit throughout the season. Merino, you never can tell. Like it might be Saka that gets an ACL in May. I said May in like September and it's out till August. What are we going to do? Are we going to say, oh, we're not going to do anything this season? Saka is out injured. That wrap it up. No, we have to keep. How many times there were so many times where City were winning the EPL? KDB was out for like 6 months,
yep.
and then there was a time
Oh, hold.
Sane was out for like 6 months. There was the previous year in their forfeit. There was one of the seasons. Sane had the highest assist in the league, and then he got injured. And then the following season, KDB came, he had the highest assist. Like so, they were chopping and changing players, but they kept adapting. Look at this season, for example, they've been struggling. Now he has found a new formula. Guardiola kind of seems to find a way to always do that. He will find a solution within the team. This season is O'Reilly, and eventually, some teams everybody will figure it out. But like we were saying, it will probably be next season.
Mm-hmm.
I think this current tactic is going to work for them till then because what they did was what they did to Chelsea,
Mm-hmm.
literally, and it's working. So, like, can Arteta find solutions? I don't know, but I will leave it to him because there are always going to be excuses of, oh, I see why we didn't win this game, but at the end of the day, none of those excuses are tenable because the conditions will never always be perfect for you, so that you can stroll. Nobody will just become a doormat where like, yeah, step on me, go to the title. No, you have to fight your way through it. I hope we really do, but it's the game against City.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
what I
to
was going to
pivot from
ask.
the or it's the game against City. We have to, if we want to win the league, we need to show that we really want it. And I think there's no better time than just go and face your opponent, face your nemesis. It's City that has been fighting us every time we've been in the title contention. It has always been us against City.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are facing. I remember when we faced them in 22-23, they beat us 4-0. That was the first season where I think we had 85 points that season, and you could just tell that the gap was wide. And then we came back the following season. It was very tough. They didn't beat us any of the games, but they still found a way to win the league. Last season was not for any of the two of us, but this season again, we drew at the Emirates. Now we are going to, and both of us. This is basically the title final.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins this game likely has a huge. If City wins this game, I think they will win the league because all they just need to do is outscore Arsenal. And bro, I can almost guarantee they will definitely outscore us because we are not doing well with scoring goals, anyways. So we're even trying to win, talk less of outscoring opponents. So yeah, I think we have to. We have to. prove that we really deserve to win this title, and this is the opportunity. If Arteta doesn't do it, yeah, it's going to be a big question mark for him. But honestly, I think overall, I still feel I'll still give him 1 more year. Overall,
Okay,
I'll still give him one
cool.
more.
Guess you've answered a couple of the other questions I wanted to ask. I guess the other question was you are not part of the because I've seen a couple of Arsenal fans the moment during the City game,
Yeah.
title is gone, title is
No,
gone.
I'm not.
So you are not one of them.
I'm not
And the
one of
other
them.
thing is,
I'm not one of them.
how likely do you think you're going to be able to beat City next week?
I think we can. I think we
I
can.
mean, yeah, of course you have to hope, but
I
likeliness.
would say 40%. I will give City a higher chance of winning the game because they've been on better form lately. I mean, we struggle to beat Bournemouth. I really hope Timber is back for that game. I think he will. I really hope it. I think when we had the press conference for the Champions League game, it will give us a huge. If he's named on the bench, I have a feeling he will not. But if he's named on the bench and then they can give him a run during the game, maybe
Hmm.
like 15 minutes or so, if Timber is fit for that game, it gives us a good shout. And because what happens is the current City setup is Cherky plays on the right, he does whatever he wants to do, and then he finds the cross down to the middle. So now the cross is no longer targeting Haaland. Haaland drags the defenders away, and then
O'Reilly.
Nico Riley arrives. And the reason why it is easy, I wouldn't use the word easy. The reason why he has an advantage is because of his height. And he's good in the air. He has scored 5 goals, just almost all his goals. Even the one he did was, I think, it was against Newcastle. It was the same thing. They dance around on the wings. Alan draws one or two of the defenders, and then O'Reilly floats. Once he sees the opportunity, he just runs across, attacks the corner. So if you can lock down the wing, it reduces the chances of those kind of crosses coming in. You will not always reduce the chance of those cross coming. So they will come in. Now, if after they come in, now we have to block it. So if we don't get too detracted by, for example, Raya also, like if you look at the final, even though we were not that good, the game opened up from a keeper mistake. If that was Raya, I would still say it would likely have been a better fixture. But both of them will be prepared for it. They know. So uh, I don't know. But I would say uh, we will probably go into that game not wanting to lose
Of course. I
than
mean, there's a make or break
going
for
all
you.
out. So going all out will be for City, and then we are coming in not wanting to lose, and then from there we'll see how it happens. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that was Arsenal. We're actually talking about the Champions League, but I thought we should add all the Arsenal talk
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
it.
We can
So
do all the Arsenal talk here.
yeah, so
I'm not. And another thing I wanted to say is the reason why I'm also not in the all the titles over bandwagon is if if you want, for example, if if you want the if you are if we are going hard on the players for losing hope or something like that, then we should also go out on ourselves for losing hope. Like if I am saying the players are giving up, they are bottling it, where's their mentality? And then I come here to say the title is over when we are still 6 points ahead. That's also weak mentality on my own part. Like I cannot hold you up to one standard and then hold myself to a lower standard. I cannot come here and cry, wolf, everything is gone. Ruin the season. The season is over. If the players talk like that, the season is gone. But I don't want the players to talk like that. I don't expect them to talk like that. You would always wobble, things will not go straight. But if I don't want do I want Arsenal players now? Imagine maybe I'm sitting down with Declan Rice right now, and I ask him and he says, "Yeah, bro, the mood in the camp right now, everything is over. We can see City." How would I feel? So if I don't want the players to be like that, I am a I'm a I, I as a fan, I should not be like
be
that. To
like that.
me, as long as even if we lose to City, for example, we are not yet out of the title race. As long as it is mathematically impossible, as long as it is not yet mathematically impossible for us to win the league, I will still believe we can win the league because that is the only thing I can. I mean, I have to hope for the positive things. For example, we're in the Champions League. I would say, I'm one of the people that believed we could win a quadruple. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, it's difficult. Yes, I know it is difficult, but as long as we are still in it, and based on the way we are playing, the team had given me enough reason to see that it's a possibility. Will they do it? Maybe not. But I rather hope on the positive side and rather than hope at all. Like imagine I'm a player. I want to believe I can win it. Now they didn't win it, of course, but can we still win the Champions League? 100%. Do I expect us to win it? Probably. I believe we can. So I'm not just trying to say, oh, why are they participating? I think we've gone past, in fairness to Arteta, we've gone past the era of, oh, we just show up in the Champions League. There was a period where we know that, yeah, we just show up, we probably meet Bayern in the round of 16, we get kicked out. That's fine. But nowadays, I can see the progress. So I think it will be it would be very disingenuous for me to say that, oh, we're just participating, and then I will berate the players for losing the game. When I myself, I was like, yeah. I mean, I thought you said the season is over 2 weeks ago. Why are you now angry at the players for losing today?
It's just, I think, priming themselves for disappointment. So I guess you are basically saying that you don't want to give up hope because you don't want the players to give up hope
The
too.
players don't look at me for that. Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
just saying I'm playing my own part. If I don't want the players to give up. I don't expect the players to give up hope. So the least I can do is for me to play my own part and say I still believe. And honestly, like I still believe they should pick themselves up. Go and if we go to City for example and win 1-0, everything will change. Like,
Mhm.
oh wow, this is so beautiful.
Mind you,
Arsenal X. Arsenal
mind
like, bro,
you,
relax.
this is what some Arsenal boys said when you lost to City in the Carabao. As long as we beat Southampton in the FA Cup, we knew we win our next game, we are
Yeah,
fine. And then you lost. And Robbie said, all we need to do is beat Bournemouth. We beat Bournemouth, everything is forgotten.
yeah. And then we lose. The thing is, you always have to hold on. And the reason why we can say all of these things right now is because we've played ourselves to this position. So we could have lost, we could have been out of the FA Cup in January, for example. We could have been out of the Carabao Cup in maybe September. We could have been out of the title in December. We could have been out of the Champions League in, after the season. We played ourselves to this point. So the team has given itself and the fans also enough reasons to still believe. Now we've been wobbling 100%. I will not disagree with that, but we lost the Carabao Cup. We could still hope for the FA Cup because we won it. We played ourselves to get to the point where we were still in the FA Cup. Now we've lost it. We still have the Champions League to hold on to because we played ourselves to that position. Hopefully, we don't lose that one. And then we got to the Bournemouth. We are still talking about the title, even after losing to Bournemouth. Now we say, oh, hopefully we can go to City and win. I hope we don't lose. But even if we lose, we will still be in a position where we are saying now we have to score more goals to outscore City. But the thing is, all of these conditions and caveats, they've been created by the performances we played so far in the season. So we cannot just come in and throw out the towel and say, oh, yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we are really using up all our last grace, I would say. We are fast using it up. It's like we are full. We're really using it up. At some point, we'll run out of options. For example, if we lose to City and then maybe we'll get kicked out by Sporting in the Champions League, now we'll be left with just the Premier League to focus on, needing to outscore City by huge margins because we don't know how much they're going to do. So that's going to be a lot of work, and almost at that point, it's very difficult to say because it's not going in our hands. Yeah, but as long as we still have an opportunity, which is not an opportunity that was gifted to us, we fought for it. We cannot throw it away because I mean, what's the point? As long as you have some, City crashed out of the Champions League. Immediately they go to the Carabao Cup and they won it. We could have won that one. But why didn't they say, oh yeah, well, Champions League is bro, the league is gone, Champions League is gone. They played themselves to get to that final. And then they took the opportunity. Well, unfortunately, Arsenal did not, but it's one of those things.
I mean, I completely understand. What choice do you have? I hope for your team to perform
Exactly.
well in whichever competition
It's
they
a
are in.
privilege to have something to still be hopeful because they were saying that, oh yeah, City only has one cup to win. It's I really didn't buy that. I would be very surprised if the players approach that game with the mindset of, oh yeah, it's a Carabao Cup. Even if we lose, we'll win the FA Cup. That would be very stupid. But I believe the players are not thinking that. But the truth is,
But
as long as there's still something for us to hold on to and hope for, yeah, I'll still keep hoping, man.
I think players, I'll just say my
Yeah,
opinion.
players are human.
Players, yeah, are humans and everything. But what I was going to say is players see finals or tournament games a little differently, right? It's
Yeah,
like put everything you
yeah,
have on this
yeah. It's
game.
one game.
Like we were talking about the Inter Barcelona game last season, you
Yeah.
could see every team put whatever they had
Mm-hmm.
on that one game, and it was a good game both legs, right? And that is the way I think Man City players do when they're about to play, let's say a final, and they see this is all we have to do. As long as we win this game,
It's
we are
over.
taking the
Yeah.
trophy. I think they have the motivation and they have the experience. They have done it multiple times before to do that and then get it right. And City have a history of when they smell blood, they pounce. I guess,
That's in the league,
yeah,
really.
no, in
That's
the league,
that's really
but
in the
they
league.
are still showing that. I mean, how many
It's
finals
in
do
the,
City lose? Or yeah, do City
the
lose?
yeah, they lose finals. But the thing is, They get to the finals.
Exactly. We barely associate the word bottle with City, right? Because they take their chances. I'm not even saying this to take a jab at you, but what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I'm
say
get
is,
it, to me. I still agree with you. I get what you are saying. You are very right. But for example, the whole finals thing now doesn't really apply to us now. Also, because we don't even get there. This is our first final in 6 years.
hmm
We've been so bro. We've been so bad, man. So that's to show like the gulf in gap between Arsenal and City. Like the number of finals, even United has played more finals than us.
yes,
So this is the first time I was thinking we really get to the FA Cup final. We didn't. So that's another thing. It's just one final in almost 6 years. That's not enough wiggle room. So you are expecting basically an 100% win rate. I mean, we have to, but the only way to give ourselves a chance is to get there. As long as we don't get there, we cannot have a chance.
I guess. Let's move on.